Welcome to Lean Libraries Optimize Outcomes. Public libraries serve diverse needs every day. The preschooler exposed to reading through story time. The teen who wants to experiment with new technologies. The senior who is seeking community connections and conversation. The adult who has a dream and wants to start a business. The senior who is seeking information about family roots and ancestors. The student who needs help with homework and school projects. The immigrant who wants to learn English. The single parent who wants to take charge of finances. The middle-aged adult who is just laid off and desperately needs a job. The homeless person who needs shelter, food, and in some cases, mental health care. The person who needs assistance with computers and devices, and on and on. To manage the diversity of needs, it helps to organize our work conceptually. We designed this Dewey-Maslow framework for organizing library services and library data as a result of training in tools that businesses use to achieve performance excellence. Lean is one of those tools. Lean is a method to see the cause and effect of what we do, how our processes and systems all hang together in a library service model. We use macro organizers because libraries support all subject areas, organized here by the Dewey Decimal Classification System across the bottom. That's our installed base. This would also work with Library of Congress, LC, or BISAC. And libraries support all needs, from basic needs to transformational, organized using a modified version of Maslow's hierarchy of needs along the left side. Lean helps us sequence and think through the consecutive steps in the processes, from the inputs to the outputs and to the outcomes for the customer, to ensure that processes for delivering services are effective and aiming high, and to measure the cause and effect of what we do, which is what our funders want to know. When we organize all the stories and data to see the cause and effect of what libraries offer to communities, it helps our funders as well as library staff to see the benefits too. Learning from Lean, we established statewide systems so we would have shared live data. Delaware libraries now have a statewide ILS, Integrated Library System, events calendar, and reference data collection. We now have 3 years of trend data by subject statewide. Here are outputs for, on the top, reference questions, and we see activity in assistance with devices and traditional readers advisory. In the middle is program attendance. We see activity in summer reading, arts, and also jobs in STEM. And at the bottom, circulation is mostly fiction. Subject is the match point, so we can see what Delawareans are trying to do, and to help us identify emerging trends earlier so we can be proactive in addressing community needs. We use Dewey-Maslow in spreadsheets for qualitative and quantitative data management, and we use the boards at events for planning. On the left is a display from a recent statewide directors meeting. This is their current projects. We encourage libraries to view what they do strategically in context with their neighbor libraries and libraries statewide. On the right, we align our Delaware partners with the framework. We currently have over 130 different partner organizations statewide and counting. These are their business cards from a recent partners event. The partners can see who else they might partner with, and we can see where the gaps are and in what areas we may need to seek additional partners. We are beginning to look at community indicators from the Delaware Community Foundation to see how the library outputs line up, and so we can see how libraries contribute to improving the community indicators. We encourage Delawareans to track their reading and learning over time and to share their favorite tips with others. Beanstack is our online tool, and we provide print tools called learning journals. The 3-ring binder insert is targeted for children. The smaller 5x7 journal is intended for teens and adults. The learning journals and additional tips by subject are available in the Unleash Inner Genius Live Guide. There are journals for travel, gardening, nature, art, science, genealogy, and on and on. My current favorite is the Chicken Keeper's Journal, an illustrated register for your chicken keeping adventures. Tracking enables the public to enhance their learning and uniqueness and quantify, voluntarily, the benefits they have received from libraries. For our Passion Poster campaign, we invite legislators to a photo shoot and ask them to bring along an object that represents their passion or inspiration to connect them with libraries. Libraries will receive a large poster when we're finished. One legislator, a farmer, brought an enormous sweet potato and a ceremonial pitchfork. Another legislator, a professor, brought a bust of Benjamin Franklin. And one legislator, who is a triathlete, brought her medals and running shoes. These are Delaware's leaders. Libraries have very detailed methodologies for collection management. However, libraries do not yet have systematic methodologies for program development. Libraries need to organize our own information, and we're working on it. By being more systematic, libraries can be more effective and influential in helping communities to evolve and transform. Optimize your library's outcomes by learning from Lean. Using the Dewey-Maslow framework for library services can help you organize, maximize, and showcase your library's value too.